Let's talk about why packers would be a problem for antivirus solution back in the day, right? So let's say that my original MZPE file, I develop it, let's say it's malware or something. I know that antivirus companies could just write that signature on my code, because my code is not polymorphic. I'm not super advanced in developing malware yet. My code doesn't have any polymorphic layers. It's not a virus. It's just a worm which I compiled, right? I'll take UPX, which is publicly available, and compression packer, right? And what it would do, it would take my original file and it would compress it to make it much smaller. And then it would actually add different MZPE header, and it would add decompression code. So what this decompression code would do, when it runs, so entry point would be actually pointing here, right? So when it runs, it actually accesses that packed code, unpacks it back into the RAM. If you look at it on a disk, file is much smaller, and original content of the binary is not available because it's compressed. But when the file is executed, first code which actually executed is decompression code, which would decompress the original binary and load it into the memory, and then pass the execution to it, right? After decompression executed, it's mapped, imports reconstruct, it jumps back to the entry point. So as an antivirus, that code of the packer, like that code, that would be benign code, because those packers would be used by plenty of benign applications. And the other area is compressed, meaning signature on that type of file would be extremely inefficient, because every time the malware, it would be almost like a file hash. I mean, it would be still better because it would be more efficient than file hash, but it's still almost efficiency-wise like a file hash, because if you create a signature on, let's say, this content and say I want 3 bytes here and 20 bytes here, every time the file is repacked, it's going to be different. So your signature will detect just one file. So to solve this problem, what antivirus companies would need to do, they would need to learn how to, when they see on a disk this thing, how to convert it to unpacked version back. Unpacking would be implemented statically instead of dynamically, so no one would actually emulate the packer at that point of time. We would just try to statically unpack it using, looking into decompression code or tables in a decompression code. Like they would actually look at this code here, right? They find some tables here, extract the size or where the file located, and then decompress it, and just analyze apply the signature on decompressed, unpacked file, original file. And that would be a solution how antivirus could actually deal with the packed files. And mostly it worked really well because, again, the packing was pretty primitive.